Hey, so it looks like we're live. This is my Patreon live stream. If you don't know what Patreon is, I started a couple months ago as a way for people who like my videos to support me and my channel financially. If you're a supporter, you get awards or benefits, whatever you want to call them. And one of those awards is monthly live streams with me. So I'm here on my computer and there's a chat room right next to me and they can ask me questions, talk to me, whatever. And I'm going to do this monthly. So if you want to be one of my patrons, you can go to patreon.com/Julie Borowski. And let me make sure everyone knows about this. Okay, so it looks like there's an echo. Okay. It's on. I gotta let people know. How many people are on here? I am now waiting for people to come. Yes, I'm drinking. This is not vodka. This is water out of a wine glass because the dishes are not done. Okay. Sounds good. From Darren. Thank you. Sounds good to me. What do you guys want to talk about? Looks like we got a couple people. So that's pretty cool. 3 people. Count them. What kind of dishwasher do I have? Not really. I don't know. A basic one. But dishwashers are a really great invention. Because I lived for a few years in a tiny apartment without a dishwasher. And it was pretty bad. People have it worse than that, but it's really a great invention, the dishwasher. I should use it more often, though. My sink has been full an embarrassingly long amount of time. Yeah, mine has too. It's pretty sad. I should get better at that. So right now, I'm working on editing a video about the minimum wage because I like to ask people, I have a separate kind of private Facebook page for Patreons. So I like to ask people, what kind of video do you want to see from me? And someone said, talk about the Seattle $15 minimum wage, but talk about it in a way that's, not sarcastic or mocking people, just kind of talk about the issue like a normal person with you kind of sympathizing with people. So I tried that. It should be up by tomorrow. I'm done filming it. I just have to edit it. And then I might do something about the whole lion thing because I see that all over my news feed. I know some people are like, who cares about it? But a lot of people, because they can't stop talking about it. So I might make just a short video on my opinion there. What other videos you guys want to see from me, let me know. Either my Patreons right now, or I'm going to put this up on my YouTube channel later for other people to watch if you guys can actually understand what's going on. I know it's maybe a little bit confusing to watch this and not actually see the comments. But if you're watching, if you ever want to suggest a video topic to me, just tweet at me, Julie Borowski, send me a Facebook message. Try to be good at responding to people. I can't respond to every single person, but I try to respond to a lot. So yeah, please do that. Okay. Someone asked, I saw you posting a lot about Polish resistance in World War II. Do you have any Polish heritage? Can you talk about it? Yeah, my last name, if you couldn't tell, It's Polish. Pretty much any last name with SKI is a Polish name. My Polish heritage, I believe my great-grandfather came from Poland. So I don't know, I love studying history, and I've gotten really into the Polish resistance movement lately. I think it's just awesome just because I never really learned about it in school. So I've been studying it and learning about the key players there who risked their life for it, and it's just cool. I love learning about just like the Holocaust and people who stood up to it because I believe I mean I learned a lot about the Holocaust in school, but it was mostly from a victimhood angle about the horrible things that happened. But I didn't hear much about the heroes of the Holocaust and people who risked their lives and stood up to it. So it's really cool to actually learn more about that on my own. Can we support you to do a project on the constitutional amendments and why each one is or isn't still relevant? Um, the thing I try to do with my YouTube channel is somewhat tie it to current events because I think that's where I always say our side, but our side isn't that good at. A lot of times we talk about issues that people actually care about. So I try to talk about current events and put a libertarian liberty message in there because I think that gets the most views and actually reaches people beyond our circles, because I think that's what I'm trying to do, is actually spread the libertarian message and not just talk to people who already agree with me, because what's the point there? So if you could put a spin on it and make it, the amendment, something that people are talking about, it's kind of, I'm trying to think like, how do you make this, the constitutional amendments, which are important, but how do you make it entertaining in a way that people are going to watch, especially young people? Obviously the gun issue, the Second Amendment, you could talk about that all day. The Fourth Amendment and NSA issues are current. I think a lot of young people care about that. So if you could give me some ideas on how to make it relevant and interesting, and how to actually spread that instead of just, I don't want to sit in front of the camera and say, here's Amendment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I don't think people beyond people who already care about the constitutional amendments are going to watch that. That's not, I'm not saying it's not important, it's just how do I reach out to other people? So that's what I'm trying to do. Send a picture of a puppy along with your tweet. It will work. Yes. I love when people post pictures of their pets in the comment section. Even if it's not, usually I'm like, usually comments that are not relevant to the subject, I'm like, why? But if you post a picture of your dog, I will probably like it and respond to it. Just, I'm a dog lover. I also have cats, so I like a lot of cats. Just any animals are great. You should talk about the 17th Amendment being repealed since it ties in with Obamacare. Yeah, I suppose so. It does a bit. It's just one of those issues where it's like, okay, how do I sneak this in so people watch it? It's weird right now because I'm watching myself on the screen. There's a delay for a couple minutes, so I'm not sure what you guys are hearing right now as I'm talking. So it's kind of funny. And let's see. I posted this on the Patreon page too. See if I have any people there who haven't seen it. Since I announced yesterday that I was doing this tonight. So hopefully that was enough time for people. Did this go? Hold on. Okay, so I'm back live. I don't know if it cut off or not. I'm not exactly sure, but I saw me on the screen frozen, and it was because my laptop went to sleep, and apparently that ends the live stream. Hold on a second. Can you hear me? So I think we're back on. So apparently I just have to move the mouse a lot of times. Let's see. Okay, the people are saying, okay, now I'm back. Okay. Like I said, there's a delay here. So I went away for a while and then I saw me again and I'm not sure if it's working, but I'm just going to keep doing it. Okay. So my computer fell asleep and I have to keep doing this on the mouse so it stays awake while I'm doing the live stream. So that won't happen again. Oh gosh. Silly computers. Okay. Let me go back up. People are saying on the chat room, I'm going back and forth. I'm frozen. Now I'm go away. Okay. Okay. Can you perhaps do a 5 to 10 minute highlight of each of the lesser known Republican candidates, like Carly and other people? Maybe. Honestly, I don't know if I'm that interested in them myself. A lot of them just don't excite me at all. I'm just kind of like they're kind of like the same person. How many are there now? Like 20? And most of them are the exact same person in different bodies. So I don't know. I don't know if that's something that I would actually be interested in. Because when I make videos, I want to do something that I'm also interested in. Because I want to have fun doing this. That I do have fun. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm that. I don't know if I really want to research that much into these people. To be honest with you. Okay. Where am I? And boom. There you go. Now I'm back. Did you finish your painting? No, not yet. As you might be able to see in the background, I don't know. There's a lot of boxes here. I had to. I'm also going to paint this room. This is my studio right now, but it's going to be moved. So this whole place, you can't smell it right now, but it smells like smoke. The people who lived here before were smoking a lot, and it got all over the walls and the carpets and everything. So I am going to paint all of this to hopefully get rid of some of that smell because it smells really bad. I don't like the smell of cigarettes. So that's what I was doing. That's why I've been trying to figure out, I've usually been doing it at night, so I've been trying to figure out when to do the live stream. How does that hand motion go again? Oh yeah, for earlier I did the mouse. That's how I use computers. Change your power settings. Let's see. I can probably do that. Or I could just keep doing this and hopefully it will stay on. You're pretty smart. Well, thank you. I could never figure this out. I'm actually not that good at technology. I can figure it out over time, but it usually takes me a while to learn. That's why if you look at my videos I started a YouTube channel like 4 years ago. If you look at those videos, they're just completely embarrassing. First, I'm awkward as heck in front of the camera, which I probably am right now because I'm just an awkward person in general, but more so back then. And the lighting is just awful. Oh my gosh, the lighting. Just because I had to, figure it out, use a lot of trial and error, And I moved around a lot over the past couple years, so there was like different lighting and different windows, and I had to figure it out. Now I have like the pink background, and probably the best it's looked. Hopefully so, but yeah, some of those videos are just like, oh man, this is very amateur. I liked your comments earlier about the GOP needing to embrace new media better. I don't know how that translates to a topic for a video, but that may be worth exploring. Yeah, I posted a video, I posted a post earlier on my Facebook about how the GOP could get better at online video. I think it's good for libertarians too, because I think we have a lot of the same problems where I don't think a lot of us, our side, understands YouTube and understands how powerful it really is. They just think, oh, it's just a video platform. You just post videos there. I hear all the time people saying, no, how can I have a viral video? Can I just post a video of me talking about economics or libertarianism and hope it goes viral? And no, you can't, because YouTube is a community. Like, okay, you might if you get really lucky. But a lot of people don't understand it's not about just posting videos and trying to get a viral video. It's about building a community. And I didn't really understand YouTube at first. I just posted videos on there of me talking, and I didn't understand that it's really about your subscribers, your audience, building this relationship together. And I started watching a lot of other YouTubers over the years, and I realized what they were doing is they connect with people. And when you watch a YouTuber, and this is something I've tried to get better at, is that you feel like you're their friends and that you guys know each other, and that is so important. And I don't think conservatives, libertarians often don't understand about building that relationship, and it's really important. I don't think they understand it. Another thing I don't think they understand is how important it is to be entertaining, or at least try to be funny and entertaining, and to be silly even. A lot of my videos are silly, and some people don't get it. I hear all the time, oh, you're making libertarians look bad. You're being goofy. You shouldn't do that. You should talk more serious about these serious issues facing the country. But the popular YouTubers, most of them are liberal. A lot of them put liberal politics into the YouTube videos. Maybe it's not really direct, but it's there. And they're silly and they're funny and people like them. People love to watch them. They think, oh, this is my friend Jenna, this is my friend Miranda, talking to me and having fun. I remember when Glozell, the crazy lady with the green lipstick who likes to bathe in cereal, interviewed President Obama, and there were so many conservatives attacking her and saying, who is this person? She's not a serious person. You really need a serious person to interview the president. But it was like, Glozell has millions of subscribers who love her. A lot of those people are younger people, teenagers who watch her, and they're influenced by her. And it was just so like, you don't get it. You need people like that on your side that people actually like. So I guess that's kind of my rant about how I don't think that conservatives and libertarians often don't embrace YouTubers. Because there's a lot of, like, Planned Parenthood backs Lacey Green, who makes feminist videos. They give her money just to make videos, and I don't think there's someone on our side who really does that. Like, I don't know anyone. So I think that's something they could get better at. Okay. Who do you think would be a good GOP candidate, and which one do you think would beat the liberals? Good GOP candidate. So, I like Rand Paul. I agree with him on a lot of stuff. I think he's done a lot of good in the Senate. But at the same time, I think a lot of his comments about foreign policy lately have been disappointing to me, because I see him talking about the Iran deal, and I question, does he really believe this, or is he trying to reach out to conservatives? Like, is he just saying this to get elected? And that, it's disappointing to me. So I just wish he would be more, okay, here I am, Rand Paul, I believe in non-interventionist foreign policy. I'm going to stick to this, because oftentimes I get mixed messages from him, which, you know, it's disappointing. Like, I don't want to bash him, because like I said, he did do a lot of good things, and he's still doing a lot of good things, but I just wish he would just come out and be like, that's just me. Beyond that, I don't know if there's anyone that I would really like who could win. That's not anything against them. It's mostly against the American electorate. Because I liked Ron Paul. I supported him in 2008 and 2012. He didn't win. He should have won, but he didn't win. So yeah. Beyond that, people in Congress that I like Congressman Thomas Massey and Congressman Justin Amash. I don't think they're ready to run for higher office yet, but I do like them because I think they really stick to their principles and, you know, not ashamed of who they are. They're actually out there, you know, being pro-liberty across the board, which is really cool. Okay. Next question. What's my opinion on the lion? So I might make a video on this. I haven't been following the details. Was it illegal? Was it legal? So I'd probably have to look into that if I'm going to make a video on it. I don't like when people hunt animals in fenced-in locations, because it just, especially when they think they're so hardcore, they're like, oh, I killed this lion, but it was in a cage, dude. You're not this, oh, superior dude, you know. I don't like that stuff. I think if you're going to hunt, first of all, you should eat what you kill. And I think it's just pathetic to hunt animals in a cage and think it's actually a sport. So I guess that's kind of my general opinion on that issue. Next question, was there a final straw to you going out on your own and quitting Freedomworks? Final straw. Not really. I had been thinking about it for several months beforehand. Part of the reason is I moved away. That was for personal reasons, though. So I moved away from DC, and so I was like, well, you know, I'm doing this whole thing online, my YouTube channel. Maybe I can do this on my own and survive. So I'm trying to do that. It's only been a few months, so people ask me, well, how do you survive? I get ad revenue on YouTube, but it's nothing to live on. That doesn't pay the rent. In order to be a YouTuber who just survives on ad revenue, you have to be getting millions of hits per video, and I'm not there. So but I do get some there. Patreon, so you guys have helped out a lot. Thank you so much. Because, you know, I have been a little bit stressed out, like, how am I going to do this? Is it even possible? So seeing you guys actually support me, it was really awesome. So thank you. It just was just a relief, like, okay, thank you. 'Cause I didn't want to do it. I put it off for a while because I didn't want people to think, oh, she's begging for money or anything like that. But I thought about it, you know, I've worked for nonprofits for years now, and my salary was purely donations, but it wasn't me asking for the money. It was somebody else asking for my behalf. So I was still, you know, surviving on donations. So I finally did it, and thank you guys seriously so much for that. Also, I'm trying to do more speaking engagements to try to get some money off of that. I know I'm no Hillary Clinton. I'm not going to be getting that kind of money from speaking engagements, but I think if there's a lot of conferences that charge pretty hefty ticket prices, so, you know, if I go speak at their conference and, you know, offset, I can't make a video, then hopefully they can pay me something, you know. I'm not trying to be greedy here, but to pay the bills. Also advertisers, which I'm trying to work on more. Another thing, maybe sponsors. I'm trying to get So all of that I'm trying to do on my own. Like I said in my Patreon video, it's really just me. Some people think that people work for me. No, I do everything myself. These are my, usually I like, when I make videos, I like to jot down kind of my ideas so I know where the video is going, so I'm not just rambling on for half hour. So these are my writings, my notes. This is my handwriting. I edit my videos, which takes a while. I think a lot of people don't know that. Post everything, social media, all the tweets, everything I respond to Facebook, that's all me. So I don't have any staff, it's just me. I should probably answer another question. Do you think a third party could be successful in our lifetime? In our lifetime, so I'm 26. Maybe, but I guess nothing's impossible. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it'd be really hard though, because a lot of people are just uncomfortable with a third party. They're like, well, I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat, let's fight. And they don't know anything different. Also, there's a lot of ballot access laws which hurt third parties. So they have to, just to get on the ballot, they have to get thousands of signatures to even get on the ballot and to speak on debate stages, which is really important if you want to be seen as a credible candidate to speak on the debate stages. So there's a lot of obstacles against them. I think it would be cool to see though, but I just don't know if it's possible anytime soon, let alone in my lifetime. I think that PJ Media has been doing a great job with online media. I'm somewhat familiar with them. I think they're more conservative though, which is fine. They're doing their own thing. I don't know if there's any, libertarian, liberty-minded people doing the same thing. Okay, let's go up. Is Smosh liberal? I don't know. I want to be able to answer that. I heard you majored in political science. Is that true? Why did you choose that? Okay. So I went to college, and at the time I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I spent a little while not exactly declaring a major, just kind of exploring and being like, I don't know what I want to do. And then Ron Paul came around. This was 2007, early 2007. I found out about Ron Paul. So I got really active in libertarian politics and posting on the internet my opinions. I was a libertarian before for a few years, but Ron Paul was like the one that really got me active. And I was debating with my friend about something political, and she asked me, why aren't you a political science major? And I thought, I don't know, because I don't want to be a politician. I don't, and I don't think I want to work for the government, because I don't know where I would actually fit in there. So I thought that was really, if you're a political science major, you must want to be a politician. And then I looked more into it, and I found a lot of think tanks in DC. I found the Cato Institute, and I thought, maybe I could eventually work for a think tank in DC. This is my freshman year of college. And so then I got really involved into libertarian politics. I did a couple internships in DC, which I basically begged for. Finally, I got accepted. I did an internship, and then from that, I did another internship, did another internship. So I did a lot of internships, and finally, I got hired at Freedomworks in 2010, the year I graduated college, and I was there for 5 years. So I guess that's kind of why I chose political science. And I guess it's done me well. I know a lot of people make fun of the major, like, oh, you can't get employed with this major, but I did get a job. We need a lot more YouTube personalities that are conservative and libertarian. Yes, we do. I talk to a lot of libertarians who think there are a lot of libertarians on YouTube. I mean, there are a handful, but overall, compared to the amount of liberals on YouTube, it's a very small amount. liberals dominate YouTube, and they're so good at it. They're so, liberals, I don't know why, but their sense of humor is better than ours. And that's sad. But as soon as a conservative says something stupid, which is pretty often, let's be honest, liberals jump on it and they make parody videos, and they're so funny, like Rick Perry, the whole gay thing. And our side doesn't really do that. Our side wants intellectual debate and discourse, which is, has its moments, but like we don't do the funny thing, which is disappointing. What's on your t-shirt? I have a naked lady on my t-shirt. I got this at Pork Fest. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a naked lady, the Statue of Liberty. It's pretty cool though. Pork Fest is the Free State Project hosted in New Hampshire. It's a camping event. It was really cool. It was my first time going. Hi, Julie. Hello. Do you think there's a strong possibility of defunding Planned Parenthood? I think passing a bill to defund Planned Parenthood might be possible in Congress. The House and Senate is controlled by Republicans. I think they might be doing it for political means, just because it's the election and the GOP primary. People love that kind of stuff, which I do too. I want to defund Planned Parenthood too. But I know Obama is never going to sign anything defunding Planned Parenthood, because it would just be suicide for the Democratic Party, because they love them some aborted babies and Planned Parenthood. So I don't know if it's possible with Obama still as the president. But I think it's fine to talk about, because I think I made a video on this that I hear a lot of times, oh, taxpayers don't fund abortion. But they do, because taxpayers fund Planned Parenthood, who does abortions. So if you're subsidizing Planned Parenthood, you're subsidizing abortion. And I think that's wrong, even if you're pro-choice, even if you think, oh, well, sometimes abortion's necessary or whatever. I think they should think that's wrong too, because there are people who strongly oppose abortion, and for good reason, and to force those people to fund something they think is so horrible, I don't know how anyone could support that. So I'm going to answer some more questions. Do you think the email scandal will hurt Hillary? I don't know. The only people I really see talking about the email scandal are people who already hate Hillary Clinton, so they're not going to support her no matter what. It's hard to tell what is actually going to hurt Hillary Clinton, and I think maybe to tap into something that some of her supporters might disagree with. Talk about her foreign policy, which is terrible. It's Bush's foreign policy. Talk about her, record on NSA spying, because I know a lot of liberals, consistent liberals, hate NSA spying, hate unconstitutional spying. To really tap into those issues and show them that Hillary Clinton isn't the person that they think she is. But I know it's going to be a struggle to defeat Hillary Clinton, because she is going to just talk about the gender wage gap all day. And I don't blame her for that, because it's such a good topic for her to talk about. I know the gender wage gap is a complete myth, but a lot of people don't know that. So if she just talks about, oh, how women are underpaid and how women deserve more money, I mean, that's political right there. So it's kind of like, okay, how is our side going to defeat this? Because all we have is facts, which sometimes isn't enough to actually reach the average voter. Also, Hillary Clinton, the strongest thing she has going for her is her gender. In 2008, the feminist movement wasn't as strong as it is today. Now feminism is part of popular culture. You have Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, all embracing the term feminism. So people think, oh, these cool women, these popular women are embracing feminism, the F word that used to be so, people used to have a bad view of it, are embracing feminism. And obviously one of the goals of feminism is to put a woman in the White House. So I'm afraid all these people are supporting Hillary just because of her gender, and they don't actually know her record. So hopefully, maybe if we talk about that, we could defeat her. But it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. Are you familiar with Stefan Molyneux? Yeah, I know he has a YouTube channel. Um, he has a lot of long videos, hour long, about how you shouldn't spank children. I think he has his role to play. I try not to, diss content creators, especially libertarian ones, because, they're doing their thing, I'm doing my thing. Maybe he can reach people who I can't reach and vice versa. So they're doing their thing. All right. Do you think that intelligent people with ideas like yours should be in politics? Do you think it would be hard to maintain your values? Mm, yeah, I guess there are a few people in politics I already mentioned, like Thomas Massey, Justin Amash, Ron Paul, who share my values, who are in politics. Would it be hard to maintain your values? I've thought about this before. If I was actually in Congress, would I be a libertarian or would I sell out? Hopefully, I wouldn't sell out. But then I'm like, well, how would I actually get into Congress? I thought about if I would actually have to run, I would have to run as a statist, and get in there and become a libertarian, because I don't think where I live a libertarian or open libertarian would ever be elected. I guess I kind of screwed myself over there because there's plenty of evidence of me being a libertarian online, though. Let me clear my throat. It's not even that they're partisan, it's that they're culturally liberal, like Tyler Oakley, the Vlog Brothers. Yeah, most of the time, their politics is not direct. It's not like, oh, I'm going to talk about this policy, political issue today. But oftentimes, it's kind of snuck in there. A lot of it is culturally liberal. But sometimes it's more direct. I think I know Hannah Hart, who does My Drunk Kitchen, did a video on Obamacare, supporting it. A lot of YouTubers did, because Obama brought them to the White House, I think a year or two ago, when there was a big Obamacare push. He actually brought all these YouTubers. I think Tyler Oakley was there, and Hannah Hart, and Alfred Katz, all these YouTubers, and he brought them to talk about Obamacare. And of course, I mean, meeting the president is a big deal. And as if the president says, it'd be great if you guys could talk about Obamacare, a lot of people are going to do it. And they have such a huge audience that it really can affect somebody's opinion, especially younger people. But it was one thing I think that President Obama actually took these people seriously. And like I said, our side doesn't take YouTubers that seriously. I know we're just, filming videos in our bedrooms by ourselves and everything, but YouTubers, especially ones much larger than I am, they have a huge audience and they can impact people. People don't realize that YouTube is really becoming the new TV. People want Hannity or whoever to talk about these issues, when, if you really want to reach people, you might want to consider talking about it on YouTube, or having a YouTube personality talk about it to reach more people, especially from the younger generations, because, people who watch TV, or especially TV news, are generally older people who already kind of have their mind set in their ways. Conservatives can't be funny. That would be racist. Yeah, I think that's why there's not that many conservative comedians. Someone made this point to me, and I thought it made a lot of sense, because when conservatives get into comedy, they make the whole comedy political. It's about advancing the conservative agenda, which I know is kind of like, well, don't you do that thing? Don't you do that, Julie? Well, yeah, I guess I do, so maybe I'm guilty of this. But liberal comedians, their whole purpose isn't, I said that word weird, isn't about, oh, I'm going to get into comedy and advance the liberal agenda. It's like, okay, I'm just going to get into comedy and be myself and make people laugh. So there's kind of that divide where conservative comedians, and there are a couple, make it all about conservatism. Whereas liberal comedians, I guess there's Louis Black, but for the most part, they don't make it all about their liberal politics. They're just normal people. So that kind of made me think about how to do it. I don't know. I'm still kind of learning. Is that white wine good? LOL. It's water. Thank you. Our side, question mark, will you vote Republican, question mark? I don't know. I guess it depends. I voted Gary Johnson, Libertarian, in 2012. Voted for Ron Paul in the primaries, Republican. It just really depends. I don't typically, well, I never vote based on, oh, this person's a Republican or this person's a Democrat. I vote, I actually like this candidate or I don't like this candidate, so I'm going to vote against them. It's not really about parties to me. Do you cook? Do you have any ethnic Polish recipes? Yeah, I do cook. Ethnic Polish. Let's see. I mean, like I made like pierogies before. Kabasi, and I say it different than most people. I'm not that in touch with my Polish side as much as I would like to be. I know more about other sides of my ethnicity. I don't know if I make their food or not, though. I kind of just make whatever food that I like to eat. Love your videos. Thank you. Thanks for reminding us not to rape. LOL. Yeah, if you have no idea what he's talking about, I made this video a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months. Basically, this is creepy video telling people don't rape people, don't rape people. Because all the time I hear, stop telling people to avoid getting raped, or, how to prevent getting raped. Tell men not to rape. So I did. I made a video where I just repeat, don't rape people, don't rape people. I used a lot of effects on that. It was creepy. But, hopefully that got the point across, and we've solved this rape issue in our country because of this video that I put out. Does anyone else remember when Billy Clinton first became president? Oh, Billy, oh my God. Hillary had mentioned how she goes to psychics to talk to dead people. I'm sure I remember that. I don't remember that. Do you have any favorite conservative radio host, like Levin, Savage, Limbaugh? I don't listen to radio that much. When I do, I'm listening to my stations, my music. So I don't listen to talk radio that much. So I don't really have a favorite conservative radio host. What is your opinion on how Rand Paul should use Ron Paul in the campaign? Rand is at odds with Ron on a couple issues, so I think it's going to be interesting as we move into primary time. Yeah, I think Rand Paul's campaign really wants Ron to kind of stay away. Just, I don't, that rubs me the wrong way. I think it's because Ron Paul kind of, Ron Paul's Ron Paul. Ron Paul says whatever he's thinking. He doesn't hold back. He doesn't think, oh, how is this issue polling in the country today? Will this go over well? Ron Paul's like, yep, this is what I believe. So I think Ron Paul's campaign is trying to keep him away because, they don't want him to say anything crazy. Crazy, Uncle Ron. Which I think, like I said, disappointing. Because especially there's been reports about Rand Paul losing Ron Paul supporters, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. And I think one of the reasons might be because, they're trying to get Ron Paul to go away. If Rand Paul and his campaign wants Ron Paul supporters, and hopefully they do, because, especially with Rand Paul's Senate race, we played a huge role there. Obviously, I don't think Rand Paul would have ran for office and been elected without Ron Paul and his supporters. So hopefully they still want us. And if so, I think, it might do some good to, I don't want to say embrace Ron Paul, but just to be like, we agree with Rand Paul, and like, you Ron Paul supporters are welcome, or something like that. It couldn't hurt if you're losing Ron Paul supporters. Exactly, inviting the YouTubers in was a genius move. Yes, it was, because a lot of people want to go to the White House. And if you go to the White House and meet the president and he shakes your hand and is nice to you, you're probably not going to talk smack about him. You're probably going to praise him. You're going to take a selfie with him and post it on Instagram and be like, hey, it's President Obama. He's cool. I think that's what a lot of people do. They forge relationships. The press and politicians, whereas the press is afraid to speak out against politicians because, they won't get invited to the fancy cocktail parties. They won't get invited to the White House. So it was an extremely genius move. My grandparents were Hungarian, and many of the foods my grandma made were lost when she passed. Oh, that's sad. I know some of my people left some cookbooks behind, so maybe I should look into that and actually try to make something. We need to do better here. I hope Rand tries harder here. Yep. Hell, we don't even support our own YouTubers enough. No, you don't. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, you guys can see my cat in the background. So like I said, there's a delay. So you guys, I don't know if she's still there by the time this plays, but she's over there in the boxes, mini boxes. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't think YouTubers are really taken seriously. There's like all these kids with their webcams in their bedrooms. What do they know? Oh, do they have a degree? Who do they work for? What office do they work for? And it's like, okay, yeah, but some people have big followings and they can reach people that you guys can't. All these campaigns and are paying huge freaking money to all these consultants and digital marketers, or I don't even know what they're called, to reach people. And it's like, okay, you guys have all these YouTubers who could do that, It's just like, actually reach people, That's all I gotta say about that. You and Remy should be huge. Oh yeah, if you don't know Remy, he does kind of free market raps and songs on the Reason channel. Yeah, Remy's awesome. I met him at the Students for Liberty conference a while ago. We talked about doing a video together sometime, but that hasn't come about. But hopefully it will. Your ideas on supporting Israel during this Iran nuke deal. Supporting them in what way? I don't know about supporting them. I think you should strive to have friendly relations with everyone. Foreign aid is one of those topics where I don't, especially when we're in so much in this country, we're in so much in debt. Why are you giving money away to other countries? That's what I don't get. I don't. So I'm against foreign aid, just because it just we're broke. Why are you giving money away to other countries? And I see in the video, I'm itching myself. I got a bunch of mosquito bites because mosquito bites are blood sucking. Well, mosquitoes are a blood sucking statist, and I'm very itchy right now. Have you considered doing videos with another libertarian, male or female? Mix it up a little. Yeah. I've talked about a few YouTubers about doing videos together. I reached out to Libertarian Girl, but she can't do anything right now because she's kind of in my area, so we could do a video together. So she couldn't do that right now. Nothing against me. There's no beef there, but she couldn't do it. Some other YouTubers, but a lot of YouTubers, libertarian ones, don't live close to me. I think when you collab, what can I talk? When you collab, a lot of times it's helpful to do them in person. It just looks better than over like webcam or Google Hangouts. I might do a Google Hangout, but a lot of them don't live near me, so it's a little difficult. As opposed to a lot of the popular YouTubers, they all live in LA, so they could make videos together all the time. Julie's down-home libertarian cookie. No ingredients are forced on you. Make your dish your own way. Yeah, I pretty much just do the cooking around here. Is there anyone you'd like to debate? That's a good question. Maybe Steven Crowder. He's kind of like, he's a conservative YouTuber, but he does kind of silly videos. He does kind of like, it's kind of similar to what I do. A lot of his videos are not him talking to the camera, though. It's more interactive. He's done a lot of videos against legalizing marijuana. So, yeah, that'd be awesome if I could debate him on legalizing marijuana, because I think I approach the issue from a more conservative viewpoint anyway. So that'd be cool. On the subject of libertarian YouTubers, have you seen the New Wave Feminist video on Planned Parenthood? Yes, they tweeted at me. New Wave Feminist, I know the word feminist throws people off and they're like, feminist. Which I totally understandable, but New Wave Feminists are a pro-life feminist. I met them, well, I've been talking to them for a while, but I met them at the March for Life earlier this year. And it's cool because, the typical image of a pro-lifer is, old white people, very religious. That's kind of the stereotypical image of a pro-lifer. But they're so cool, like much cooler than I am. They have different color hair and tattoos. Like people you wouldn't, a lot of them are atheist or agnostic. People that you wouldn't expect to be pro-life, and they're just very against abortion. They make these videos, and they use the F word a lot. They're just kind of a lot of liberal YouTubers are kind of like this, but they approach it from a pro-life angle, which is cool because I think the pro-life cause, it helps when you have different kind of people. You can reach different kind of people. So yeah, they're awesome. I watched their videos. It was really funny. In your Facebook group, you mentioned that you're a fan of Christina Hoff Sommers. Yes, I think she's a factual feminist now. She works for AEI. Yes, I found out about her in college. I took a lot of sociology classes. Because actually, I like the subject, and the reason why I like the subject is because class pissed me off. It made me feel something, made me feel motivated, like, this is so stupid. So I did a lot of those classes, and more like women's studies, gender classes. I guess I just like to be pissed off. But of course, it was mostly liberals, from a liberal bent, and here's this, famous liberal person that you should idolize. But there was like a really small thing about, oh, here's Christina Hoff Summer. She's, from a more individualist, free feminist viewpoint. It was very small, and I was like, awesome, because I could tell my professor hated her. Just the way he talked about her, and I remember like raising my hand and being like, oh, she makes an interesting point, and he was just like, he, didn't like her, which made me want to research her more. And so I did, and I don't know, I love her viewpoints on stuff. She makes those YouTube videos now. I know she did a lot on Gamergate. Yeah, she's really awesome. You should debate Anita, because I can never say her name, Corsese, the whole Gamergate girl talking about sexism in video games. Yeah. Nah, though. Have you ever considered doing response videos? Yeah, I guess I kind of done a couple of them. Like, I know I talked about like response videos where the videos in your video, so you show some of their video and then like give your feedback, a couple seconds, and then go back. I haven't done that. Maybe I should. I'm like really paranoid about copyright infringement on YouTube, especially since I put out controversial videos. Like, I assume YouTube is people who work there are very liberal. So since I put out controversial videos, like, I'm very mindful of not to break copyright. So I've always kind of been afraid of taking somebody else's video and responding to it, just because of that. Oh, you didn't get permission to use this video, it's not yours, especially if I have ads on there. So I try to be mindful of that, which is, it stinks, because I think if you don't have to worry about copyright infringement, you can do so much cool stuff on YouTube using music and graphics, and you can't if you're worried about that kind of stuff. So why I worry about that stuff is I don't want to get my channel shut down, clearly. So I haven't done that. Maybe I can. I think if you do, like, in the description say, oh, this video is for educational purposes only, they give you a pass, I could do that. I've done like response videos, as in the Lena Dunham video I did in 2012 of her endorsing Obama. I did a response video to that, my first time. It was more like a parody video, and the F-bomb princess video of the whole little girls feminist video of them dropping the F-bomb. I did a response video to that. That was fun. So both of those, I think both of those videos got the most views of any video I've ever done. And they might also be the most stupid. No, I take that back. I've done stupider ones. I'm an atheist pro-lifer. We do exist. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never understood why people try to make it a religious issue. Like, yeah, there are religious people who are pro-life, and they do approach it from a religious viewpoint. But I don't understand why it's like, oh, if you support or if you don't support killing unborn babies, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me why that's only a religious issue. Like, I'm against or somebody who's not religious, they might be against murder, they might be against theft. It's not because, oh, the Bible says don't kill people. It's just because, morality. You don't have to be religious to have morality. You just believe that because it's hurting another person. It's aggression. So that's kind of how I approach it, as, oh, abortion's aggression. It's not because, well, I read the Bible and the Bible said don't do this. I approach it from a different angle. So I never understood how this is a religious issue, especially when I get debates on people on Twitter. And I don't even bring up religion. And the first thing they say to me is, oh, get your Bible out of my uterus. Like, I didn't even mention the Bible because I think it's not really relevant to how I approach the issue. I'm a Satanist, pro-lifer. Top that. We're basically atheists. Yeah, I did read your message about the whole Satan thing. I don't think I'll be joining you. You know, you can have freedom to believe what you want to, but I don't think that's something that I will be joining you on. Have you ever thought about doing a more mainstream comedy videos to attract more people to the channel? Yeah, definitely I have thought about doing that, but at the same time, you know, like I said before, your audience is all you have. And if I start making these videos about, you know, Taylor Swift, which I would love to do, by the way, or, you know, Justin Bieber, or, you know, whatever is kind of popular culture, and making kind of fun and making comedy videos, I think a lot of people who, my followers, my audience, whatever you want to call it, would be like, what are you doing? And they would be like, I'm unsubscribing, I'm unfollowing you. So at the same time, people have come to expect a certain thing. What I've learned on the internet making videos is people hate change. People, they hate it, even if it's just really minor, like me changing my background or things like that. They hate that because they've come to expect a certain thing, and when you change it up on them, they hate it. So if I did like videos that have nothing to do with politics, people would get mad and unsubscribe to me. So I have tried to branch out a little bit, just because I think there's a lot of other topics that I'm interested in, like feminism. Talk about that more, like culturally issues, but issues that I think that my fan base, I just said fan base, I didn't mean to say that, audience, because people say that to me, people say, oh, your fan base, and I'm like, no, don't say that. It just sounds weird to me, but my audience or whatever, I don't think they would like those videos. So you have to kind of please your, no, wait, I think my audience, I think they like those videos from me because, like, on feminism, on more culture issues, because it's kind of related to politics. It's more serious issues as opposed to more just like comedy, just like being silly for no reason, you know? So yeah, I've thought about it. I would have to probably create a different channel to do that, just so people don't get really pissed at me. Sorry, heard of a joke. Atheist at a funeral, all dressed up and no place to go. LOL. Thanks for doing this chat. It's fun. No problem. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for supporting me. You guys support me, so, you know, not like this is a huge thing, but try to give back because it's a mutual thing, you know what I mean? Would you ever consider edgy stand-up comedy? Lenny Bruce, George Carlin were pretty funny and had good social commentary. I love George Carlin. As far as edgy stand-up, I have family who watch what I do. I have very young relatives who watch my YouTube channel and follow me, and you know, I think I kind of have a responsibility to them. You know, you want your family to be proud of you. So, you know, even if they don't agree with me on political issues, at least they're, you know, being like, oh, she's standing up for what she believes in. I think if I would go edgier, and I love edgy humor, I love all those stand-up comedians who do the edgy humor. I think if I did that, I think I might be disowned. So I kind of want to do something that my family is actually not embarrassed by and would actually want to post on their Facebook wall, like, hey, Julie did a video, and if I'm just doing like F-bombs and very offensive, like over the top stuff, they wouldn't like that. So I think I have that responsibility there. What do you think about Lena Dunham's false? Oh, the whole rape thing. What do I think about it? I mean, I've heard it. I've heard about it. She said that she was raped in college, but it was consensual, but she was on drugs. I don't remember the full story there, so I probably shouldn't give my opinion on it. Are you not a dog person? Yes, I love dogs. I love dogs. I have cats. Like I said, I like most cats. I want to save all the animals, regardless of who they are. No, I love dogs. Cats, cool. I want to help all the animals. Rebel flag background would create some interesting conversations. Yeah. People who have the Confederate flag as their YouTube backgrounds usually give very interesting political commentary. Well, as a big fan of yours, I can say that I love to see Julie on pop culture. I don't know, because, well, thank you that you would actually want to see that, but I don't know in general, because like sometimes, occasionally, I'll post about Taylor Swift on my Facebook page, but I try to make sure it's something relevant to politics or libertarianism, like the whole IP debate. A lot of people took interest in that, so I posted about that and Taylor Swift, or I post about, the 1989 in China. Apparently that's a thing. Taylor Swift's album, if you didn't know, is 1989, and she has t-shirts that say it. And there's a problem, they think, I don't remember, about in China selling those shirts because of the whole, what happened in China in 1989. So I did post about that, and some people were like, shut up about Taylor Swift. Well, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool, China, communism, Taylor Swift. If we could put all of those subjects in one, because I care about those things. But some people were like, no, don't talk about Taylor Swift ever again. That's rude. Ask your fans. Also, see what they think. Also, I think a lot of libertarians don't really pay attention to popular culture. They're like, who cares about this? This is not important. I just care about serious issues. So I think if I talk about that, they may not get the reference even. Because sometimes I put references into videos and no one gets it. So I don't know. I'm not obsessed with popular culture, but I try to stay somewhat relevant. And some people don't get my references, and I think they're pretty funny. Someday you should do a video on the difference between libertarians and anarchy. My friends always try to compare the two. You know, so we all know what anarchy is. No state. I think there are a lot of, I don't know, a lot. There are some anarchists who call themselves libertarians, and there's libertarianism. And the thing is, it's hard to define what libertarianism is. Some people who call themselves libertarians will say, I'm a constitutionalist. Then some libertarians will say, I'm a minarchist. I believe the government should be limited to, police, military, very, very basic. And then you have anarchists who sometimes call themselves libertarians. So you kind of have this broad spectrum of who calls themselves libertarianism. So when you say, what is libertarianism to a libertarian, you might get a lot of answers. Like some people will keep it broad and say, fiscally conservative, socially liberal. But it's like, what exactly, does that mean policy-wise? So I kind of think libertarianism is a spectrum, So people over here, maybe they lean libertarian, And as you go back, it becomes more pure libertarian, whatever you want to call it. And then you have the anarchists who think, oh, no state. So I don't know if, I don't really know there. I think there's something that we kind of need to nail down, maybe more so maybe on definitions, because there is so many people who call themselves libertarians. What celebrity would you love to meet, living or dead? Celebrity. Well, Taylor Swift, already mentioned that. What celebrity would I want to meet? Who else? I know, I'm trying to think. Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, all those people, comedians. I met Daniel Tosh. I wanted to meet him for a while. He's one of my favorite comedians. Let's see. Oh, Eminem, I said I wanted to meet just because I kind of grew up on his music. And he kind of had a big influence on me. I know some people are really quiet, but I don't know. I liked his music growing up. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I guess a lot of people and not that many people at the same time. I don't know. I need to think about that more. Just because I always think, well, I'm not going to meet these people. So, and there's a lot of like libertarian celebrities that I've met, but I don't know if they're. When I hear the word celebrity, I think actually, celebrity. Opinion on the Confederate flag controversy. I kind of stayed away from that a little bit just because I guess I could kind of see both sides. I know that's such a politician answer. Like, oh, you guys have both good points. I don't want to take a position, but I really do see both sides. I think there are obviously bad people who fly the Confederate flag, like the KKK, bad people. There are actually racist people who fly the Confederate flag. Then there's just normal people who fly the Confederate flag, and they do it, really because of, I'm from the South. I'm proud that I'm from the South. I'm proud of my heritage and my family and all of that. So I fly this flag to represent that. And then, so there's a divide there. And then I think people have brought up a good point about, Black people. When they see the Confederate flag, they may see something different than us white people see. And I thought about it. Maybe that's true. Maybe I'm not Black. Shocker. I don't know if you guys are surprised, but maybe they see something. Maybe they do see hate. Maybe they see something different than I see. Who maybe I see regular people and they see, oh, these people are hate me and they stand for everything against everything that I am and who I am as a person. So I've tried to become more open-minded, not have more empathy, there's the word. Maybe, putting myself in other people's shoes, maybe they see something different than I see. But at the same time, I've never flown the Confederate flag. I'm not from the South, so, there's my opinion. I don't know if my opinion really matters that much. Apathy among libertarians, isn't that a big problem? Apathy, I see a lot of apathy among the general public. Among libertarians, a lot of libertarians I know are very active, maybe not even active, just interested and involved. So I don't know if there's that much apathy among libertarian people. I think sometimes being a libertarian can just be really depressing to the point where you're just like, I can't take this anymore. So I've been talking for a while. My throat is getting all dry. So they might be like, I don't want to take this anymore. I'm taking a break. And, I understand that because sometimes politics, it just gets to you. I don't know. There's not much apathy. Would you consider going on Accents Overload live stream or something similar? I don't know who that is, so I don't know either way. Eminem is awesome. 8 Mile is a great success story. Yeah, I love 8 Mile. I don't know. I just kind of grew up on his music and who he was, and I know obviously he talked about some bad things, so don't judge me, but I don't know. This is kind of his music, just I don't know about inspiring, but it just kind of I don't even know where I'm going with this. Basically, I grew up on his music. Like it or not, you're a celebrity to some of us. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't consider myself to be anything like that. Like, no, I go out all the time. Nobody recognizes me or anything. I'm just kind of a normal person, so that's weird. What kind of self-defense ammo do you have? So, I've been told to not discuss this issue online. I was told that that's not a good thing to talk about online, so I've tried to not talk about that. Don't you think they're a black racist? Um, I guess anyone could be a racist. I know they say, oh, black people can't be racist because they're, the minority in this country, minority being minority to power. I don't really see that, because I do think there are racist black people, just like I think there's racist white people, racist Asians, especially Asians. Oh, that's when we take it out of context. But I think anyone can be racist. Um, when I worked at this place, nearby there was always this line of black people. They weren't violent, but they always were like, kill whitey, whitey's the problem, whitey this, white people are the devil and stuff. Like, that seems racist to me. So yeah, I think they were racist. I think a lot of times people say things that aren't racist and they're labeled racist, but I think there are racist people in probably every race. Oh, you're a fan of Milton Friedman? Yeah, Milton's cool. I watched his all of his Free to Choose series at work. So I've seen all of his episodes. I think he was just good at talking about liberty. Some people, probably myself included, sometimes we come off the wrong way or that we're, embracive or, whatever. Sometimes we're not very articulate with our words, but Milton Friedman, he was always very calm, collected guy. And when I would watch the debates in Free to Choose, he explained himself very well, explained free market principles in a way that wasn't threatening to people. It was just very calm and collected. This is what it is. This is economics. So I thought he was always a good communicator. He was wrong on some issues like monetary policy, but overall, he was a good guy. Did Hong Fu send you anything nice after your epic sriracha video? Did you know that your video is on their website? So this is the creator of the sriracha sauce. There's only one creator, the bottle with the rooster on it. That's them. No, they didn't send me anything nice. But I know my video is on my website. I think I posted it. I told them that I'd be open to a sponsorship or anything like that. They didn't respond though. Probably because they're getting so much free advertisement from me anyway that doesn't make much sense to pay me. But yeah, that was cool. They posted on the website. They didn't send me anything, but they don't have to because their hot sauce is enough for me. Okay, let's see. All right, so I have to leave in a couple of minutes because I got to make dinner. I watched this show on True TV. every Thursday night called Impractical Jokers. It's at 10 o'clock. It's my favorite show. It's hilarious. It's kind of like a hidden camera show, but it's, you know, a lot of hidden camera shows is people, it's really against the person, the other person, but this is kind of a flip side where it's four guys and they kind of dare each other to say or do really embarrassing things and to get people's reaction. I don't think I'm explaining this very well, but I watch it every Thursday at 10 o'clock on True TV. If you have that channel, you should check it out. So I have to eat dinner before then. Let's see. Okay, so if you guys want to see my cat, I have two cats. One is very friendly, likes to be held, but I think he's downstairs right now. This other cat I have, she's very nice too, but she doesn't like to be held. She kind of freaks out. So let's see if I can get her up here. I don't want to do her anything she's against, but here we go. Let's see if I can put her up here. Guys, just see her for a couple seconds. She's probably like, okay, thank you. Okay, her tail. If you watch our videos and you see a cat tail in the background, that's her. Because she likes to hang around the studio, this room, and she usually is just like on the floor here. I'll pet her and stuff. But as soon as I go over here, that's my studio, my fancy professional studio, which I'm going to upgrade hopefully soon, thanks to you guys. But as soon as I start sitting over there, she's like, oh, Julie's making a video. I have to interrupt her. And she gets in the screen. She loves to wag her tail. So she gets in the screen, and then she'll get right back to me, and she loves to purr and get on my lap. But her tail is, you know, I sit down in my videos. Some people don't know that. Her tail gets in the way. And so if I'm doing like a kind of a funny video, it's not that big of a deal. Some people kind of think it's funny. But if I'm doing like a serious video, I'm talking about abortion, and there's like a cat tail behind me, people are like, oh, is she trying to be funny? No, like, this is my cat, and she gets in the way. So it's not my fault. I'm not trying to be funny about the topic. It's just her getting in the way. And like, I'll try to, like, you know, scoot her off, but she doesn't. She just wants to be right there getting petted. So, and her tail's always like wagging. It's Sprite. Her name's Sprite, by the way. The other cat I have, we don't have to worry about him getting in the way because he doesn't have a tail. So sometimes he'll be, like I said over here, he'll be like laying down, but you can't see him because he doesn't have a tail. His name's Tails. All right, so that is about it. I have to cook dinner and watch Impractical Jokers. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope it was okay for you. It was okay for me too. So I had a good time. It was good to talk to you guys. I just want to thank you again for supporting me and my channel. Like, it really means a lot to me. I wish I could do more for you guys. If you guys have any more ideas about how I could reward you guys, or whatever you want to call it, please let me know. And that's about it. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys on my Facebook group for my Patreons. And if you're watching this video and you haven't been on the live chats, hopefully, my nose itches. Hopefully you'll be able to somewhat understand what's going on. If you can't see the live chat, so if you kind of want to be able to ask me questions, be able to, you know what I mean, ask me questions and talk to me in the comments section while I do these live streams. I'll do these monthly. You can become a Patreon. I'll post, the link should be in the description, patreon.com/Julie Borowski. $5 a month gets you access to my private Facebook group, which I've been like asking suggestions for people on what videos they want to see. People have kind of been asking me my opinions on issues and such. So you have more direct access to me. Like I said, I tried to respond to a lot of the comments and stuff on my own page, but I can't reasonably get to all of them. But if you post on my Patreon, I'll comment back. And you can be part of the monthly live streams for $5 a month. I hate asking for money. It's so awkward for me. But $5 a month, if you guys could do that. I know some people, money's heck all over me. I know money is tight for a lot of people, so if you can't do that, don't feel bad or anything like that. If you just watch my videos, that's really cool. Like when I started this off in 2011, I didn't think anyone would watch my videos. I would celebrate when got up to 50 views. So like it's really cool like that anyone watches my videos. So you don't have to send me money or anything like that. But if you could support my channel, then that's awesome, and I'll try to give back somehow. And okay, done. Bye.